everybody, it's Anna. Welcome to the Wednesday card in this week's tarot story. Today we have the Ten of Swords reversed. So this card does look a bit gruesome, but because it's a 10 card, it represents accomplishment and victory, crossing the finish line. As we said on Monday, swords are connected to the mind. They're about ideas, paradigms, mindsets, beliefs. And so when this card shows up, it tells us that we have successfully completed the release of an old way of thinking, an old way of being. Our mind has gotten free from something which it was ready to get rid of. So when we look at the card upright, we can see it shows a man lying face down with 10 swords in his back, clearly a representation of death. And in the case of the swords, it is a death. It's the death of an old way of being, a release from the old, an opening to the new. You can see in the background here, we've got a sunrise representing that new day that's dawning. And the fact that he's at a seashore represents that he is being released from an old kind of stodgy way of thinking into an intuitive place of new wisdom. Water in the tarot is always connected to the intuitive self showing up. And specifically with the swords trajectory, water shows up a lot because the mind needs a lot of support and a lot of partnership with intuition in order for it to stay light on its feet. So here we've got this abundance of water, the sunrise, the mind is now free to walk away from this place of restriction and to discover what else is possible. This card came to us reversed. This suggests to me that this work has been completed. The mind has released itself, but maybe it doesn't quite know it has. Like it's still trying to do the work. It's still trying to read what else it needs to do. It's still worried about what's coming next instead of realizing that it did its job. The mind is now free. And sometimes it does take the mind a little while to integrate its accomplishments. So give yourself a chance to acknowledge that whatever it was you've been struggling with is now released. You have succeeded. Give yourself a gold star. The mind needs a lot of support sometimes in celebrating itself. The mind can be very hard on itself, and it's very critical sometimes, and it's always looking for what's wrong. It's hard for the mind always to see what is right, what it's accomplished. So how you might help your mind now is to look at the other signs of your accomplishment. So let's say you were going through something and you were very fearful, you were very upset. Like the last two cards we had this week were about releasing anxiety, releasing emotional turmoil. Notice if those things have cleared. Pay attention that I don't feel scared anymore. I don't feel sad anymore. I don't feel, angry anymore. And show your mind that the work has been completed. Help your mind catch up to the fact that you have successfully released this old way of being and now you're ready to start something new. Help your mind learn that it has been successful. See you tomorrow for our next card. Bye.